Hello everyone. In our office, in our corporate work, we have to do sometimes weekly analysis, yearly analysis, and we need a calendar. So today we'll talk about dynamic calendar. And what does dynamic calendar means? If we change the year, the calendar will change accordingly. So I am Saurabh Jain from bi-analytics.org, and today we will learn how can we make a dynamic calendar in Excel. There are no much very hard formulas. We'll use some simple formulas and I will teach you the formulas side by side and we'll walk through each step. So let's start. First of all, we will learn a formula which is called sequence formula. S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E. S-E-Q-U-E-N-C-E. So what the objective is, let's learn the sequence formula. We write is equals to S-E-Q-U-E-N-C sequence. Now it asks for rows first of all. So say if I say 10 and I say enter. So look, I got 1 to 10 in 10 rows. Fine. So this was the one thing. Now I again write is equals to sequence. Now I say rows comma column. So if I say 10 comma 3 and I press enter. So look, it has done 1, 2, 3. So it started from 1 and ended till 30. So 10 rows, 3 columns. Fine. So this is done with the help of sequence. Now let's again write sequence is equals to sequence tab rows comma column comma start. So we say 10 rows, 3 columns, and I say I start with 5. So when I do start with 5, it is taken from 5, 6, 7 and 10 rows and 3 columns. Hope this is clear. Now there's another parameter in the sequence is equals to sequence rows column start and steps, number of steps you want to take. So I say 10 rows comma 5 columns comma we say start has to be from 10 and I say sequence step has to be 2, which means 1, 3, 5, 7 like this. So let's do. So look, we get 10, 12, 14. So these were the 4 parameters in the sequence. Hope you are able to understand. So now this we will use in our calendar. So let's start the calendar. So look, first of all let's decide which calendar we want. So I will write year and I say I want calendar for 2022 as a reference. Fine. So now first of all we know in a year there are 52 weeks plus 1 day or 2 days. So we can say 53 weeks and 7 days, right, in a week. So first of all write Sunday, Monday, S-U-N, Sun. Now I can drag this out till Saturday. Fine. So this is done. So look, I know Sunday, Monday, Tuesday like this. So this has been done. Now we know that there are 53 rows and 7 columns. So these are the 7 columns, right? So we can say these are the 7 columns. So I'll write a sequence formula first of all to understand. See, is equals to S-E-Q sequence, and rows is what? 53 rows for a year. Columns are 7. Fine. Just close this up. So here comes our pattern. Okay. Now we don't want this. We want to start from the 1st January of the year, right? So we can say, look, this is year. So now I will use another formula which is called date formula. So I say is equals to DATE, date, bracket. Now it says year comma month comma day. Year is this one. I refer it. Now I say comma 1 comma 1. So this will give me the date, right? Here comes the date. Now because this has come date, I want the starting to be this. So what I can use, I can just copy this formula and can tweak it in our sequence formula. So look, what was my start was with the help of 1. Now I will say comma and I press this as a start 1. Fine. And now see the magic. So we have changed the dates and starting is from 1st January. Let's see. I'll change this to format to dates. I press Ctrl 1 and I will write a custom formatting. So see, what we want to do is we want to say 2nd January as 02 JAN. So I write DD dash and write MMM 3 times. Now let's go. It will show 1st January like this. Okay. So here comes the formatting. We can even make it a little bit better by doing the alignment as a center. Fine. This will look much better. So look, we have started taking 1st January. But the problem is, look, 1st January is not Sunday. So there is a formula which says weekday. So let's apply. Is equals to WWK weekday, and understand this formula, weekday. And if I remember this first date, this comes to be 7th. But 7th, what does this mean? Ki 1st January has to be here as a 7th day, because 1st day is Sunday, so 7th is Saturday. So we need to start 1st Jan over here. If this is 1st Jan, we'll shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So if I need to start 1st Jan over here, we need to start from the date which is 6 days behind, right? 6. If I do 7 days behind, I'll go to another Sunday, Saturday. Fine. So the idea is, let's tweak this formula. We need this 7. So I can say -1. So this is my formula. So weekday. Now, as we know that actually we have to start from which date? That will come after subtracting. Clear? So what I will do is, let's write the weekday formula again with referring to this. Is equals to weekday, bracket open, this, comma, I don't need comma, I just put this, and this is actually the number. So if I say home and we'll do it number, here comes the answer. Now the trick is that I will refer this formula over here. Instead of using J2, I will write the formula of J2, Ctrl C, and we'll place it over here in the same formula, because we will write with only one formula, Ctrl V. So now this formula is linked directly to this year. Fine. Okay. So now we have this 7, but actually we need to subtract 6. So we can say -7 plus 1. So I will copy this formula, and in this date, you have this starting one. I say minus, Ctrl V, and I say +1. And now see, so you have 1st January on Saturday, which actually we required. So our calendar is ready. Now I don't need these formulas because they are already linked. So now see, if I change to 2023, my calendar will change accordingly, right? So this has been done. Now it's time to format this calendar. Let's delete a couple of rows to look better. Delete. So now look, let's do some formatting. First of all, maybe we can increase the font a little bit, say from 11 to 14. We can do now. We can also do something like look it better to home and fill with some colors. Say fine. Let's take it. Now let's start something. So look, when we change the year 2021, our calendar change, fine, but actually our calendar change starts from 1st Jan. So now we will apply a custom formatting because we don't want these dates, right? So we'll apply a conditional formatting to make this stem look good. So let's start. Select the entire area, fine, and now let's go into home and click on conditional formatting. Let's write a new rule, and now I'll write a formula which is called year. So we know that year is in which cell? H2, and our date is in E3, right? So I write a custom formula. I say is equals to year, and I will calculate the year from date E3. This year of the date should not be equal to which one? Which is H2. H2, and H2 has to be always referring with the absolute reference. So what I'll do, I will press F4 in it to make it an absolute reference. Fine, this has been done. So now whenever the year is not 2021 or 2022 of which we are making calendar, what we want, we'll format it and we say let's fill with some light color. Let's fill with this color. Fine, and font also something like this. Maybe this. Fine. Okay, and we say okay. So look, we check what I've done. Conditional formatting, manage rules, edit rule. And something changed. Actually I used H2, which was correct. It was E5 actually. I changed it to E5. Now see, it will work correctly. Okay. So here comes. So look, what we have done is we have removed these first ones, right? So actually what we have done, we have taken a relative reference with the help of E5 formula, and every time if E5 is not equal to the current year, it will give you what? It will give you the different formatting. So this has been done. Now we need to do another formatting, that we want formatting for first month to be different from the second month, third month, like this. So now there's a formula called mod. We can use that mod. Mod formula gives you a remainder. Say if the month number is 1, odd and even numbers. So what we can do is say is equals to mod, and if I divide 10, 3, it will give you the remainder 1. What it does? If you divide 10 by 3, it will give the remainder 1. So look, whenever we divide a number by 2, if it is an odd number, it will give the remainder as 1. And whenever it is even number, it will give you a remainder as 0. So we'll use this technique to format our months. Let's select it again. Now remember, the date is in E5, right? Now I say home, conditional formatting, fine. And now I say new rule. So this time what I need to do is I need to formula. Now I will check the month of that date, and if it is odd number, I will format into different color, and if it is even number, I will format into different colors, right? Is equals to mod, but you have to mod of the month, right? So I will say month, month, bracket, and I will say E5, because it's the date. Now close. So now we have done the mod for the month, and I have to do with comma 2, bracket close. If this is equals to 1, which is an odd number, yani Jan, March, May, these are the months, I need to do some formatting. So I click on format, and maybe I can do a formatting like in fill, I can say I want this one, fine. And in font, I need the background like this. Let's do OK. So this is the font for all the odd months. Let's click on OK, and look, we got this formatting for all the odd months. Some of this is an issue that we don't want this one, so we'll change it by changing the rule format. Let's do it. So what I'll do, I will select it again, Control Shift down. Now I go to home, conditional formatting. Now I say manage rules. Now in manage rules, I can just change the order of this rule. When I do change the order of this, what happens? Okay. So now everything is good and I was able to change this. The pattern has been changed. The order of the formatting has been changed. Now we have to write the formatting for the even number. So what I can do, I can just copy this format directly. Let's see. We go into home, conditional formatting, manage rules. Now look, this was a rule, so I can just say duplicate rule. This has been done, right? Now I can just edit this rule. Edit rule. Now in edit rule, instead of 1, I can write 0. Fine. Now I need to change the color, format, and now this time I go into fill, and instead of this I take this near one. Fine. And in the font I can take this one. Okay. So this should be a little bit different. And I click on OK. Now I again can just move up this one. So click OK, and look, we have a different template ready for our month. It doesn't look good, so you can change the color. So say I don't like this color, so what I can do, I go again to this, and this time I say home, conditional formatting, and I say manage rules, and this time I want to change one of the colors. So say I want to change this color, I say edit rule. Fine. And instead of this format, what I can do in the fill, first of all I can take say this one or this one. See, I take this one. Okay. And in the font I take the same with the darker one, this one. Okay. And I say okay, and I apply and say okay. So my font has become like this. So actually color is not important, you can change accordingly whatever theme you look like, but yes, this is the way we can just change our calendar. Fine. So look, we have done it. Now we can do a little bit formatting for this also. Say I want this to be similar patterns. So say and this one, or I can take this one. Fine. So look, we have done this thing, and now same way we can repeat this and do home. We can make it a border, we can make it all borders, we can make it like this, and maybe increase the font size. Home, like this. So now look, every time you change this, and what you can do, you can just fill it also with home. Let's fill this. You can change it to same color like this, home, and fill this. So see, every time you change this year, so 2025, your calendar will change accordingly, and see, the color is becoming a dynamic calendar. So the idea was to teach you sequence function, mod function, and how can we use conditional formatting. So what steps we have taken? First of all, we use the sequence function with the help of 53 rows and 7 columns. Then we need to map this date, because this date has to be mapped. So I just calculated the weekday of the first month, first day of the January, and then I subtracted the number of days to accordingly that makes the shift that my first day comes on the same week which it is, right? And then we did a conditional formatting, we applied, and the template is ready. Hope you like this thing. You can download this template from my website. I will share the link, and you can play accordingly. What I will suggest you, what are the steps we have done, do it manually with me, do it practically one by one step. So with this tutorial you have learned what is sequence, what is mod function, and we used year and weekday as a date functions. Hope you like this video. Look forward for more videos. If you like it, please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.